All right, everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're finally getting back to some videos this weekend, so there's going to be a lot of content dropping your way. So I just finished recording the Shonen Jump chapter videos for this weekend. Unfortunately, Spy Family's still on hiatus for the next 2 weeks at least, and Gokurakuga, I don't know when it's coming back, but hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. In the meantime, I managed to record some videos for Akane Banashi as well as Kaiju number 8. Apart from that, today I want to get around to the next volume of Monstress, because it's been a while since I've covered this one, and I really want to get around to that. We'll also cover some more Black Hammer today as well. And then if I'm up to it tomorrow, I'll probably try to get Battle Angel Alita video out as well. And then next week we'll kind of get back to the regular rotation again. But a lot of good content going to be coming your way this weekend, so if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned before, these next couple of months tend to be kind of the toughest on me. So seeing your support, your appreciation for all these videos, for this content, really does mean a lot to me. So if you'd like to do that, that would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let us dive into it with Monstress Volume 8 Inferno. Collecting Monstress issues 42 to 48, with Marjorie Liu, the writer being Marjorie Liu, and the artist Sana Takeda. Excuse me. So I'm going to try to cover all of the all the chapters in this volume in one video. Excuse me. But if it starts running overly long, we're not close to the end yet, I might split it into two, but we'll see how it goes. We have chapter 42. Oh, Christ, it's already going to start to make me crying, huh? So you have a little journal with, I've never written down my thoughts. I see Miss Micah scribbling all the time. When I ask why, she says it's just in case. She's forgotten things before, you see. Well, of course she forgot. Zin lives inside her. That's more memories than anyone can hold. Some of them have to disappear or else she'd go crazy. But now I'm writing too. And maybe you'll think it's strange, but the first thing I want to remember is my father. He was always drunk. His breath was terrible. But he loved me. Christ, bro. And when I remember him, I remember my sister. I don't cry anymore when I think of her. Well, maybe I cry a little. Miss says that's good for me, that she should have cried more. But she was too afraid to cry, and too angry. I'm still afraid. Of all the things I've seen and that I've had to do. I can't write all that down. I wouldn't want anyone to know. I'm ashamed. One day I hope I won't be. Maybe that's... Christ, bro. Maybe that's what growing up is. Not being ashamed of your choices. Just accepting them. Of course, I don't know many adults who can do that. Or ancients. Or cats. Or even gods. It's like, goddess, I guess we're all in trouble. And Jeff, come on, look at me. Look at me. I know you're scared. I am too. But I'm not going to give up. I refuse. No matter what happens. Why? Because I love you. I love you so much. I don't know if that means anything anymore. Everything is so terrible. And love doesn't keep people alive. But maybe it keeps them going. Maybe that's all we need. Just to keep going. Now please, Tuya, listen to me. God damn, you see little baby Micah and little baby Tuya back in the prison camp that they're in. And you see Tuya just like holding a glass shard. He's like digging into her wrist. And Micah just slaps her like, no! No! It's like, no! He's like, you don't understand. You don't understand what's inside me. And you see like Micah just like choking her, holding her back. He's like, I'm begging you, let me go. Let me go. I'm so tired. I don't care anymore. I can't take it. I can't. Oh, Christ, bro. Did you have to gut me like this? It's like, yes, you can. That was a bad day. We'll get over it. You will get over it. I assume this is back in like, okay, so you see, oh, Christ. As you see, God, why am I forgetting everyone's name? Kippa holding Micah's severed head. Going, Miss, can you hear me? Please don't ignore me. It's not nice. And you see Ren like trying to do like a little necromancer thing with, this is useless. I don't know if there was ever a chance of returning the half-wolf's mind to consciousness, but whatever she did to herself destroyed that possibility for good. And you see a baby Micah, I see him from her consciousness, like holding Ren's little paw in her hand. He's like, is there anything I can do? He's like, here, spend time with each other. She's like giving her the head. He's like, I don't know if that's the kind of help I should give. She's like this because of me. And Ren's like, she's like this because she's out of her own tail. She cut off her own tail to spite her ass. Kippa's like, that's not true, little sister, and either way, it'll be fine. You can't hurt Miss, and she can't hurt herself any more than she already has. The only direction is up. And Ren's like, oh, Basti, save us. And Kippa's like, Master Ren, I'm disappointed in you. He's like, what do you... You can't give up on Miss, and you definitely cannot give up in front of little sister. And Ren's like, don't be blinded by what your eyes are telling you, Kippa. That little sister is still Micah Half-Wolf, and she's not as fragile as you think deep down. She's still the same stubborn, rageful... God, and you see Kippa just like grabbing him for a hug with... But everyone needs a hug, Master Ren. It's like, and a hug doesn't have to be with your arms. It can be with your words, too. He's like, I don't know if we have times for hugs or kind words. You and I have been severed from our bodies, pulled away from... Okay, so they're like some kind of mental dreamscape. You and I have been severed from our bodies, pulled away from ourselves. I don't know what will happen to us if we remain here much longer. We could die, or the others could think we're dead. He's like, you're telling me we should leave. It's like, you should soon. Now even. It's impossible to know how long we've been here. It could already be too late. And she's like, just me? He's like, I'll stay behind, see what more can be. And she's like, no, I'm not leaving until Miss wakes up. Family stays together. And he's like, oh, Basti. He's like, it's not how it works. Families that stay together die together. Someone has to survive. And Kippa just kind of turns away. And she's like, I've seen that. I've been that someone before. I've been that someone, Master Ren. I'd like to try something else this time. And he's like, Kippa. It's like, let the fox make her choice. As Zin's just like, we have another concern. Something is out there beyond us. We are not alone. It's like, beloved, is it you? Oh, God, I love the artwork in this. It's like, could it just be a powerful memory? It's like, perhaps someone followed us when we left our bodies. It's like, is it her father? And Zin's silent before he goes, no. It's like, well, who else could be in Miss's mind? It's like, not her mind. Mine. And you see baby Micah just calling out, hey, who's out there? Oh, fuck, is that one of the fucking cat gods? Because you see, like, this giant statue with, like, this mask on, with, like, these little cat ears. And, like, this stone-looking armor with, like, these spikes popping out of the shoulders and stuff. Jeff, show yourself, you coward! Oh, you know what? Give me a second here. Alright, unfortunately that plan is not going to work because I just realized that my tablet is not charged enough. I'm going to try doing that for future like read-throughs and volumes for like digital stuff. I'm going to try to have my tablet beside me so I can just kind of showcase the panels and stuff I'm talking about. I keep meaning to do it. I just never get around, to it, but I will try to do that going forward. But yeah, God, I feel like this must be Ubasti that they're talking about. Jeff, coward! Jeff, Micah. It's like, you have the worst timing to you, and I assume this is before Micah, like, when is this? Because you see Micah's lost her arm, or she don't have the stuff. Yeah, I think this was before she, like, sold herself to the Kamea. But you see her, like, just standing on this cliff edge, just, like, drinking from a bottle. And, it's like, you have the worst timing to you. It's like, come away from there. It's like, no. This has to happen. It's like, you're drunk. Jump when you're sober, then I'll know you mean it. And he's like, I mean it. I've done something terrible to you. Terrible. It's alive in me, that terrible thing. I want to die before I remember it. That's how bad it is. Do you know what I did? She's like, nothing more than what I've done to survive. This is left over from the war, Micah. It's all in your head. And she's like, no, I'll hurt you. I've already hurt you. It's like, yes, and I'll hurt you too. No surprises there. God damn it, man. You can't just keep gut punching me like this. It's like, but I want you to live, Micah. Please live, please. I need you in the world. It's like, I'm no good. There's nothing good to you. Nothing good. Like, so what? When has there ever been anyone or anything truly good? We just try, Micah, and we fail and we try again. You made me live. You forced me to live. And I'm still angry at you for that, but I'm also glad. Christ, man, this is really hitting too close to home. You'll be glad too one day, even if you hate me for it. And he's like, I won't be glad. I can't wait to die. It's like, we all die, Micah, horribly. Why the rush? You see Tweeters like grabbing her a hug from behind as they both just break down crying. Christ, oh God. And you see Holy Ubasti. Oh, Adara Farkle, that's what I was thinking of. I knew it. And Ren's like, Holy Ubasti, why is there a statue of Adara Farclaw in the old god's mind? And Zin's like, I know her face. Why? And Kippa's like, who is she? And you see Micah's head going, why the rush? So before the old gods and the ancients came to this world, before the wars, long before the Shaman Empress, there were only cats. Adara Farclaw was the one who united us. Zin couldn't possibly know her. And you see Farclaw, like just sick ass armor holding open like this mirror almost with like this dark pane of glass with like this glowing like orb of like orange energy swirling around inside it. And Zin's like, I think you are wrong about that. It's like, what's she holding? And you see both Micah speaking in unison going, a warning, a summon, a possibility. And Zin's like, all our possibilities lead to pain. So, but what is on the other side of pain? And baby Micah's like, it's like Seizi always said, there's wisdom in the daring, wisdom in the wound. And you have, wake up, Christ. And you see baby Micah just throwing her head into like the little magic portal. Wake up, self, wake up. As she leaps after her, and Kippa's like, little sister! It's like, no you don't! You see them all just like leaping after each other in like a little chain. And you have, who are you? As Zin also gets sucked in. Oh, Christ, oh. And you see, as you see like the blackness just like encroaching, and you have an old friend. You have, I should really get out of bed. Christ. Now we're fucking getting Zin flashback. And Jeff, today's a big day for me and the other engineers. We're finally calibrating the navigation system on the... It's like, where am I? Jeff, oh dear. Was last night so pleasurable I knocked you senseless? And you see Zin in bed next to who I assume is Marion, was like this dark-skinned woman with like this pixie-cut bob of hair with like this little white streak or symbol in the middle of her head. Jeff, Zin, I need you in the lab for the experiment. He's like, beloved? It's like, you must be lost in a book again. Just come as soon as you can. And you see, I assume this is what... Sorry, was it... I literally just said her name and I forgot it. Oh, it's the other one going, you heard the mighty one. Miriam, that was it. I don't know how the hell I just forgot that. Miriam, who I assume to be Miriam, going, you heard the mighty one. Go on, I'll join you both in the lab later, when it's not so obvious. It's like, Zin, wake up. It's like, but I am awake. It's like, I wish that was true. Follow my voice. It's like, hurry, Zin. And he's like, what? And you see Micah's severed head just like holding on there with like these pale, like with this pale, like version of like half the mask on her face. It's like, about fucking time. There's some parts of your old life, Zin, that I really don't want to know about. He's like, what has happened to us? I feel so strange. I am not contained, but I am full. It's like, you're full of me. We reverse positions. I'm your monster now. It's like, but this is real. Do you not feel it? Not a dream. Not just a memory, but real. I do not understand how it can be. And he's like, I don't know either. But we're alive in your flesh, and this is not our world. And you see like them on like this desolate planet with like these spikes just like jutting out of the ground, and this black hole, like in one, not black hole, but like a black orb, like a moon off in the distance. And you have a moment with Professor Tam Tam, Former first record keeper of the Islami Temple and a learned contemporary of Imran Blacklaw. You have, in the Dawn Age, it was not so unusual for a talented cat to train in the art of world walking. Great expeditions often set forth to explore the realms beyond this one, meeting wondrous and strange new species, and sometimes colonizing verdurous worlds not so unlike our own. We have touched upon this history though not in any great depth. It is unfashionable to remember all that has been intentionally lost. For it was intentional. Why, you might ask? For it was intentional. Why, you may ask? Why indeed would anyone willingly give up the ability to travel to other worlds? I have lectured before on the maps of the spheres and the terrestrial dreams. I told you that our explorers found 14 other realms besides this one, all destroyed from the same mysterious apocalypse. These are acceptable truths. But what I did not explain is that there are other terrestrial realms, many others according to references in the journals of Adara Farclaw, but the maps to them have been destroyed, and so have all the texts describe their ecologies and the sentience that were met. Scholars cannot say for certain, and the poets keep their own secrets, but there is lore among the necromancers that the reasons for this erasure were ones of survival, a fear that the world walkers would bring the same apocalyptic calamity to this realm. Perhaps it was not unfounded. Adara Farclaw herself claimed there were worlds that contained horrors beyond imagining, and yet what of those filled with beauty? And what of those worlds where brave cats settled, worlds long cut off from ours? We pray that even now, somewhere in this vast universe, the descendants of those explorers still thrive, not as conquerors or displacers, but as allies and friends. Many is the cat who still dreams of walking the roads between realms. They say the power is lost, but I do not believe that is true. What is more likely is that the power remains, perhaps in some of you, perhaps even in me. But what is lost is how to make that gift and make it sing. Or how to wake that gift and make it sing, I suppose. The teachers are dead, the texts have been burned, but Ubasti always finds a way, and when it is time to remember, I have no doubt the old wisdom will return, either in dreams or in the flesh. I have chapter 43, and it feels as though I'm wearing the mask fragments, and they're on fire. And you see, he's like, it's like not opaque, translucent mask fragments on Micah's face, and you see like this flames out shot of them. It's like, count yourself fortunate that you have left so little of yourself to burn. It's like, not funny. It's like, now you say so, after betraying our pact to be in union, destroying yourself so eagerly and weakening us. And you see a weakness that made us vulnerable to this strange entrapment. And you see, just like all these beautiful like pink and blue like flowers growing up out of like this world, like the jagged spikes like all coming up. And he's like, do you it's like, recognize this place? And he's silent. She's like, Zin? He's like, I'm not certain, but someone in my mind brought us here. I dread the reason. It's like, someone? It's like, do you hear that? He's like, Zin, who is someone? It's gotta be Adara. Strangely, he's like, is this motherfucker also sleeping with a cat? Oh, Christ, go on. It's like, currently of no importance. He's like, you are fucking kidding me. He said, quiet, I must listen. There is a thrum, pulsing, in all that surrounds us. A rising euphony, a heartbeat. He's like, all I hear is a four shrieks and hissing and wings humming. He's like, no, that is flesh song. I speak of what draws breath in the light between. He's like, I don't hear shit, but I feel, and my entire face seems attached to a burning tether. Something is pulling at me. He's like, I am pulled as well. But I know this poignance, and it cannot be. It's like, so you do recognize this place? It's like, I have never been here, but I suddenly fear. Are we sure this is not a dream? And you see like this like dragon, this like draconic looking face, like shadow behind him. And Micah's like, I'm not sure of anything anymore. And you're, What the fuck, bro? And you see you have like this beast, like this multi eyes, like all staring off in different directions, chomping onto Micah's head. He's like, ah, fuck! He's like a razor hound. He's like, no, 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 not here, not here. As Jin's like rips it off and like starts trying to rip it apart. It's like, this is not real. It's like, behind you! As you wah, as the razor hound like chomps into Zin instead. You have a gah! And a shlook as he slices through it. He's like, It's like, I take it back. Now I am sure that this is no fucking dream. It's like, you recognize those things. And he's like, our bodies cannot be in this place. It is impossible. But if we are, it's his home world. And he starts like freaking out in whatever his language is. He's like, how? He's like, Zin! He's like, no. The fallen houses are here. They must not, cannot find us. And Micah's like, calm down. Where are we? It's like, this is your fault. It's like, you said it was a cat. It's like, you made this possible. You wish to die? I will end you myself. It's like, Zin, stop. It's like, free us. I will not die here. It's like, tell me where we are. Oh, fuck. He's like, we are in the prison. The prison of the old gods. And Micah's silent. She's like, no, there has to be another explanation. This guy helped send my kind here. And now the string of fate mock me, and I will pay. You have no, no, no. And you see poor Kipon Ren knocked out also in this world. You have, get away from them! Like these little butterflies like sliding around them. And baby Micah just like going blue, just like kicks him away. He's like, wake up, wake up! And you hear a crashing sound. What the hell, bro? And you see like this dark forearm woman just like with this golden mask running through the woods with, hurry! The Smith singer has long desired that mystifier. And you have a yeah! And a shunk as there's a purple laser shot fired through his shoulder. And you have a charm day. It's like, is it? The mystifier must be here for the same reason. They have scented the anomalies. Is it, and we will harvest them all for our smith and be rewarded. Jeff, you will return with nothing. Oh god, you see more monster design with like these claws and like these weapons. I wish I could describe it better, but it's just sick ass designs. Jeff, come, defiled ones. I am Rana of the many splendid deaths. See if you can take me without losing pieces of your own precious carnalities. And you see baby Micah just whimpering and like watching this. It's like when an attenuated energy form, that is the anomaly we seek. You see them all having spotted baby Micah. Jeff, nah! That energetic one is mine! The fallen houses claim these spoils. You have a shlunk that's drawn and just drives his sword through one of the monster's faces, and with the shluck cuts the other one out. It's like, you are only one, and the defiled are many. The fallen houses will need an army to stop our hunters from taking these new anomalies. It's like, perhaps, but your hunt is over. And you see Micah just running away with, not good, not good, not good. It's like, Ren, we have to run! And you see Ren finally waking up with a hurk and throwing up. He's like, Ubasti. He's like, hurry, help me wake Kippa! She's just like smacking her face. And you have a thunk, and you have, so, my nose was right after all. And Ren just freaks out. It's like a cat, a flesh mortal, and an energetic. There should be a jest in this. Perhaps it is just a miracle. Or a doom. And baby Micah's like, where are we? It's like a prison for unwary and powerful beings. Perhaps you still call them the old gods? Did you see Ren's eyes just going wider and wider as he screams like, fuck. Jeff comes in. Only you can fully assess the viability of the children. Excuse me. Sorry, hiccups. It's like, some I can already tell will not serve. But there are 3 candidates who have potential. It's like, as you wish, beloved. Oh, God. And you see 3 little baby Tuyas. All in like the same white robe with like these elaborate designs. One green, one red, and one like an orange. And as Zin's like going up, so you see Zin has like some kind of like electronic collar on as well. And you see him like going up to one and like reaching out one of his tentacles. And as she reaches out with her hands, like, you will not suffer. And you see him just like absorbing the energy of his hand, like getting all gray and decayed. He's like, I'm sorry. And you see them herding away the orange one as Zin moves on to the next. And you see the red one, also the hand just like withers and decays away. And then Zin, you see like a cat just like leading the two away. And for the third one, he goes, come. You see they were not hurt. And you see as, God, the third one is looking at her for a second, goes, if it doesn't hurt, then I'd rather you end me. And she just kind of like grabs onto Zin fully. It kind of just like hugs her in close. Like, I know I'm broken just like them. And I know what she does to the broken ones. He's like, but you are not broken. It's like, Zin. It's like, you are not. It's like, Zin, snap out of it. He wakes up in the present. You see him being like encircled by like these orange flaming ropes. Yeah, we all thought the Ruiner General had lost their mind when they said you had crossed the threshold into our prison. You would never be so foolish, we said. But I was sent to be their eyes. And it is true. You, the destroyer, the master of woes, you, betrayer, have returned. And you see one of the other monsters has tied a rope around Zin, is like dragging him back. You have another one with the visit to the office and home of Professor Namron Blacklaw. We finally beat him. Nice. You have, has your dear professor shared stories of our youthful keepers exploring the forbidden port city of Ogoliath, where ancient scholars say the last ships of the Goliaths were sunk just off the coast? No? Well, it's hardly a surprise. Professor Tamtam is a paragon of discretion. I, on the other hand, have no such restraint. What is the point of risking your life for knowledge if you can't spin a good tale from it? But before I regale you with stories of death-defying adventure, let us begin with a simple question. Have you ever thought about the size of a world? It's a difficult thing to conceptualize, even if one is well-traveled. But hold this fact. The continent we reside on, surrounded by ocean, is just one part of a much larger whole. And yet, few speak of the whole. Few theorize of what remains to be discovered or remembered. Strange, isn't it, that none from the court of the Wave Empress or the Dusk and Dawn courts will discuss the lands beyond the sea? Some take this as evidence that none exist, that all is ocean, a claim that the poets share. But that is nonsense. Ancient documents are clear, there is land. Some scholars and fortune seekers, cat, arcanic, and human, have attempted to make the voyage into the unknown, but no ship by ocean or air has successfully returned from such a journey that we know of. So you see, kits, there are 5 burning mysteries in the modern age, and what exists on the rest of this world is one of them. Which brings me to why Professor Tamtam and I risked our lives journeying to the port of Ogoloth. So you have chapter 44, and you have Golga, Prison Planet, the recent past. You have, does the injury cause our sister brother any pain? It's like, it is difficult to say. What is that? Sorry, give me a second. Let me try to zoom in if I can. Come on, let me zoom. Why are you not letting me zoom? Some days it gets really frustrating. Sorry, give me a second here. You have, it is difficult to say, like her, their sleep is deep, but they and the other sentinels are the strongest of us. Perhaps that will help them heal. And you see, the wound is alarming. Nothing like this has happened in all of the years of our imprisonment. The defiled have finally found a way to harm them. It's like, no, this was from a breach in the boundary at a battle with the other world. But it will not end well for our sister brother. Whatever happened in the dreaming was grievous. It's like a revered one. It's like, you disagree, like her? It's like the ancients were never strong enough to inflict such injuries. But the defiled, it's like, this is not their work, even with their artifact. Those profane kin could not do such a thing to our sentinels. It's like, how can you be certain when the defiled have ravaged so many of us already? Rana, do you have an answer? And Rana's like, the wound smells of the old world. Heavy with brine and fish scale, storm winds, scents of wet sand, barnacled rotting wood, musk of cold siren skin, and the oils from their hair. It's like, yes, yes, Rana has a good nose like her, it does not lie. It's like, it might. It's like, wait, something new is in the air. Tastes like, it's like new flesh. What the fuck, bro? And you see like this little mini monster child just like gnawing on Rana's neck as it like finally takes a break. And you see, this is impossible, a mistake. We cannot be in the prison of the old gods. And Kippa's like, the impossible feels very real right now, Master Ren, as Rana's running away. It's like, you cannot run forever, Mystifier. And baby Micah's like, can I distract them? They can't hurt me. It's like, you are just as valuable in your energetic form. It's like, valuable? How? Why are you helping us? It's like, I'm not. It's like, I'm not helping. I am protecting a resource from the defiled. And baby Micah's like, does that mean we're going to be hurt anyway? It's like, that depends on your definition of pain. And you see, as they're running through a river, you see like all these little frog things be like lashing out with their tongues like, tip, tip, tip. It's like, maybe we should take our chances with the ones behind us. It's like, if you prefer a very thorough, thoughtful dismemberment, be my guest. And you have a hern hiss as one of the pursuers gets dragged under by whatever's living in the waters. And you have an aye! Ooh, his poor Kippa gets slashed in the shoulder with one of the blades. It's like, no! It's like, got one! Now shoot the Mystifier! It's like, yes, yes, yes! And you see, he has a stabber with a little spear gun. And Ren's like, Kippa! It's like, I can't. It's like, It's like, free myself. There's a hook. It's like, I've got you. And you see Ren like trying to scratch, like cut through the rope. He's like, got you. The smith will finally be able to satisfy their curiosity. You have another Shinkas and one of them catches Rana. It's like, your kind are too witless to understand what I am. Jeff, get back in. It's like, oh. What the fuck, bro? And you see as baby Micah just like tries to punch through her. You see just like getting all dark and like just fading away. It's like, what are you doing? How? You have a choom as like the defiler just like explodes. It's like, do you hear that song? It's like, you ate them. But there's only one who can do that. It's your face. I know that face. As you Ren finally grabbing his claws out and with a snap he cuts the rope. And with the hiss, he grabs Kippa before she falls. It's like, miracle, or it's like, or doom, as Rana grabs out the spear out of his shoulder. Goes, perhaps both. Okay, so Rana was also speared with one of like the throwing spears. So she grabs the rope, tears it off with her teeth, then drags the rope down and grabs the defiler out of the tree. It's like, I saw what the energetic did. The smith will have felt it. And you have a ching, it's like, you will not live to see it again. And baby Micah's like, the song. It's like, you've turned solid. Wake up, fool, wake! You have Ren behind you. It's like, I know, they're not going to stop. Oh, God. And you see, Mystifier, the smith has awakened. That energetic will not escape them. And Ren just throws Kippa to Rana and is like, take her and go! And he turns and like hisses at the little spider defiler and goes, ooh, Basti, give me the strength to murder this fucker! He just like starts scratching at it. It's like, Ren, stop! We can't leave him! And Rana's like, we can. I only need one of you and the energetic. It's like, Ren! Ren! God, my throat's getting dry from all the shouting. And you see the one that's holding Zin prisoner is taking it past like this little rice field or like this little farm field. It's like you see them plowing it. Jeff, imagine, Zin. In another life, you could have been a farmer. A humble calling for the least humble of us all. It's like, you have nothing to say, not even surprise. It's like, you live like mortals, altered in form, much reduced. It's like, you seem rather reduced yourself, Zin, though not as much as you should be. Come, are the other sister brothers who sided with you just as robust, or did you murder them too? And you see Micah just like peering out from where she's hidden with the beneath Zin. He's like, your silence damns you. He's like, this world survives your your predations how? It's like, because we, the fallen houses, no longer predate. Is that so hard to imagine? We deliberately, painfully changed ourselves in order to survive in this place. We gave up our power so that we could manage our hunger. It was that or consume this world in its entirety. But what a terrible existence. And Micah's like, what happened to all your hysterics? Not afraid anymore that you're going to die here? And he's like, my fear will not keep us alive. Change or not, we are trapped, and we are learning. And she's like, who is this like her? A skilled havoc warrior of the second born, trained in war by it's like Zin? Yes, yeah, Shrin. Like some kind of alarm's going off. He's like, a hunting cry! The defiled are near! It's like, the defiled? But they are trifling. It's like, not anymore. They are abominations, cannibals. They are likely hunting you and the flesh mortals that were scented. A cat and something else. And Micah's like, oh, fuck me. It's like, for all your betrayals, you never broke a solemn oath. Swear that you'll not attempt to escape if I unchain you. For we must run. They cannot learn you have returned, Zin. He's like, I will not flee from you for now. Yeah, we must reach the stronghold. Hurry! And you see, I'm not going anywhere. It's like Micah's trying to fly out of Zin. He's like, what did you say? You swore an oath. And Micah's head's just like floating up behind and being like, I didn't promise shit. And Zin's like, release me. It's like, that fucking little fox is out there. I know it. It's like, fucking leave me alone, Kippo. Why the fuck are you always following me? Fuck you. Fuck you. And Zin's like, what? How are you? It's like, stop this. And you see Zin like transforming into little spider legs that are being like dragged along as Micah's dragging him. He's like, stop this. And it's like, abomination. What have you become? It's like, you do not even know where they are. And Micah's like, I'll just follow the sounds of murder. You have Zin! As he tries to like lash out with the rope as Spider Zin just goes into... Oh, fuck, I got the title for this while you don't like. Oh, God. I actually got two titles for this. Alright. These spiders like heading into the forest. You have a hern with the alarm going off. And you have baby Micah going, I hear you. I'm coming. Yes, it is beautiful. And Rana's like, come back, fool! And she thwop, thwop, thwop. And you see more darts being fired at her. He's like, ha! The energetic has abandoned you for our smith. And you are weakening, Mr. Fire. We can smell it. After you are harvested, perhaps the smith will grant me your lives. And you have Rana going, apologies, little one. You're about to feel more pain. And Kippo's like, don't worry. They're going to feel more. And you see Micah just running in with their spider body, just headbutting them. It's like, what? What is this detestation? It's like, look closely. It is the Ruiner proxy. And they bear the mark of the mask artifact. Kippo's like, miss. It's like, that scent. It's like, artifact, huh? You recognize this? How interesting. And Rana's like, Mariko? It's like, you have murdered us. It's like, not yet. Now I'm curious. It's like, come, we need to tell the Smith Singer. And Kippo's like, miss, your little self, she's out there, and Ren too. It's like, they can have her, and that cat. She'll let them take you too. Kippo's like, but the others, like, shut up. It's like, Mr. Monster? He's like, come, you are all wounded. Let us call a truce to this humiliation. And Zin looks at Rana, like, I know you. And he just sighs. What the fuck, bro? And you see like this little like weird like little song like lyrics like written in the language floating through the woods as baby Micah is just running, and she runs up to some guards and goes, I am expected. It's like, yes, the smith informed us. They are waiting. Ugh, and you go inside, we see like all these little just like kind of like monsters from all like missing various pieces of limbs. Oh, what the fuck, bro? And he's here going through a thing where, God damn it. And you see like pieces are being hacked off some of other ones that have been like nailed down. You see others like attaching pieces to themselves. Yeah, for years we have sung through the artifact into your world. Such minds we touched and help. Mortal, some familiar, but yours was home. And now you have found your way to us. Part of you, anyway. But it is enough. What the fuck is this supposed to be? And you see another, I don't know who it is, but like you see another monstrum looking thing with like the hair and the spikes and like a half golden mask. I wonder if this, because, hold on, how far back do I have to go to see this? Which one of them, hold on. No, because the red one was the green Tuya one. I'm wondering, because they've got like the same kind of like red marking down the middle for this monstrum that Tuya and the other ones had. So I'm wondering if this was like an experiment that went wrong with like Tuya, one of the Tuya clones having also been merged with one of the monstrum. Oh, this is going some wild places. Yeah, we shall do great things together. And you see in the woods a bloody Dren's running away with the what the? It's a click, 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 click. It's like, Ubasti, you and your mysteries. It's like, fuck, 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 fuck. As he tries to like crawl in his little hole to hide. Fuck, of course, there's goddamn cats, of course. And you see, as he crawls into this hole, you see like these fucking sick ass looking cats like staring at him, with one like wearing all this like ornate armor, like holding a little staff, going, "Welcome, stranger." So excited. You have a recollection of past adventures from Professor Tamtam and her esteemed colleague Nimron Blackclaw. And you have Tamtam going, "The Forbidden Port city of Ogalat is an ancient place. How ancient we cannot yet determine, though its very name betrays its origin. Ogalat, after all, is a derivative of Goliath, a city built by the Goliaths, also known as the Jaggeroth. We have spoken of these warrior antecedents and have also noted that any scholarship around them is heavily discouraged, so perhaps it will come as no surprise that it isn't mere adjective to call those ruins forbidden." And Nimron glows, "In fact, the upper echelons of poets and necromancers have both decreed that Ogalat is off limits to all, not just cats, but any kindred on pain of imprisonment or maiming. This very sort of decree, of course, that entices the curious and intrepid. Fortune hunters, Nimron, convinced the poets are hiding them treasures all for themselves, which they are, dear Tamtam, or worse, destroying those treasures. Like you see, kits, Ogalat is no mere port. What is hinted at in the journals of Ardara Farclaw is that it was once the site where the Jaggeroth built ships that could leave this world and soar to the stars. The Cosmic Forge, so say the old tales. A thriving hub of the greatest scholars, world walkers, and star sailors ever seen. While Ogalat lived, there was a renaissance of adventure and intellect. All gone, but you see why Ogalat would attract one such as us. Because Ogalat did not merely fade over time. It was mysteriously abandoned. In a rush, only the forges were dismantled, but we have seen with our own eyes where they were once anchored, their skeletons still rising from the sea. It's like, why? Why? We have theories. Damnable ones supported by the actions of the poets. But we need not go into those, Nimron. What remains intriguing is the possibility that some of those starships are still on this world. Hidden out of sight in the sea beyond Ogalat, it is said, in fact, that the Shaman Empress herself recovered one of those prodigious vessels and brought it back to Pontus for study and repair. Did she succeed in reanimating such a ship? There is no record, only rumors, that it was this final desire to sail to the stars that led to her destruction at the hands of the ancients. Who, like the poets, do not wish for anyone to leave this world ever again. As you have chapter 45, you hear a scream with, "The process is similar to the one their kind underwent after evacuating their homeworld. Fortunately, these current modifications are far simpler." And who I assume is Miriam going, "I'm not certain Zin would agree." And the Shaman Emperor's going, "Just bear the discomfort for a little longer, my warrior. This is necessary, even if the process is unpleasant." It's like, if it's any consolation, your beloved would take your place if her physiology could withstand it. Isn't that right, dearest Shaman Empress? And you have, beloved, please! And you see Zin hooked up to the machine with, like, purple energy just, like, arcing into him. And you have, back in the present, you have, the Sentinels are familiar to you, flesh mortal? It's like, these bastards haunt the skies of my world. Or what looks like them, anyway. And Rana's like, I'm told the Sentinels suspended all functioning of their bodies so that they might enter the dreaming, and watch for a time when the boundary between our worlds weakens. Kippo's like, little sister, listen to me. And Michael's like, those statues are alive? It's like, they are the High Lords, the Generals, the Ruiners. I was one of them. It's like, that is what hurt the most, Sin. We were so naive despite the horrors inflicted on us. So trusting of each other, we could not conceive that harm might come from within. It's like, perhaps it was inevitable, Liker. From the moment we lost our world and were forced to change, all the sacred bonds were bound to break. It's like, more broken than you could ever imagine, Zin. And Micah's like, it doesn't seem like it ended so badly for you. It's like, child. So you have an entire world as a prison, same as the rest of us. And Liker's like, fool! Imagine if you're exiled to a place where the only way you might survive is by cutting off all your limbs and learning how to eat rocks and mud. You have savior strength, Liker. A flesh mortal will never understand what we lost and what we are struggling to preserve. And despite their strange appearance, it is indeed a flesh mortal who is conjoined with our sister brother. What gruesome pacts did you make, Zin? Were the rewards of betrayal not so sweet as you and the others imagined? Jeff, revered one, I did not act for rewards or appetite. It's like, what then? Even Hajin, who believed powerfully in protecting all life, would not have turned on us the way you did. But perhaps you have come now of all times to redeem yourself. We are at war, Zin. It's like, with the defiled. Yes, and we are losing. Otherwise I would have you dismembered and buried alive. And Micah's like, that's what they all say. And then they die screaming. Anyway, if no one's getting chopped up, let's talk about the artifact. I see back with baby Micah, you have, what is that song? Why is it so beautiful? It's like, it is a remnant of my world. All we have left of it are songs. But most have been forgotten. The instruments are extinct. It's like, what were the instruments? It's like, our bodies. That belongs to someone. The Shaman Empress. It shouldn't be here. See, yeah, holding up a little half mask. Like, Shaman Empress. So that is what the inventor is called? She's another smith just like me. I have felt her ghost. But you're also connected to this artifact. It is part of you as much as blood and bone. And baby Micah's like, no, I'm just an accident. I'm not even sure I'm real. The actual me is big and angry and blames what I am for something terrible. Something terrible that she did. No, not her. Me. I ate our... And you see how she's reaching out for the mask. You see like this little glowing blue energy. It's like, oh, I'm becoming a ghost again. And I really shouldn't be here. I don't know why I ran away. I need to find Kippa and myself and Zin. It's like, no, what you need is strength. You are no accident, but a miracle, one that can help us gain victory in more ways than one. That is what you want, is it not? That is what you were created for, yes? To be useful? And he's like, yes. It's like, then come feast. From what I have felt through this artifact, and you see him like dragging up one of the monsters, had like one of the defilers, I assume, had like all his limbs chopped off. It's like, you have been starved even more than we have. It's like, Zin, who is this fucker you call the revered? It's like, our former ruiner general, a healer and composer of songs, which for my kind is the same thing. Their abilities always made them venerated. It's like, did you venerate them? And he's like, no. I lost the capacity for reverence until the beloved. And you see, there are more of your kind than expected. I believed it was only the old ones in the skies we had to worry about. And he goes, we were once a world entire, and then we weren't. Oh, sorry, give me a second here. And then we were an army before we freed ourselves from the Servac and fled into starvation. Hold on, further. Our numbers had lessened considerably by the time of the imprisonment, and we will continue to decline despite our immortality. We cannot have offspring in these forms that were made for us. Jeff, here, perhaps we can come to an understanding. Some time ago there was an energetic event. It happened in this exact location. And Zin's like, that is a breach in the boundary. I can taste the other side. And Micah's like, why haven't you used this to free yourselves? And you see Kippa's like, don't give up, I'm here. It's like, do not be deceived. It is merely an echo of the event itself, a trace. An exchange occurred, and an artifact arrived. And it's like, you said it looked like these lines burning my face. It's like, close enough. It has tremendous power as a weapon and perhaps something else. It's like, child, could it be? It's like, where is this artifact? It's like the smith stole it for the benefit of the defiled. It's like, the smith? It's like they have been slow to master its technology, but that is changing, and we are losing our war. And Micah's like, this can't involve the mask. Those fragments are back in our world. It's like, wrong. And Rana's like, Moriko Halfwolf possessed 3 pieces of the mask, though she concealed that fact. One of those fragments came through the breach in the boundary. It's like, you look like her. It's like, no, little sister, the music is living. It's like, how did you know? It's like, that one is not my kind. It's like, you're right. She doesn't even look like the old gods. Just who the fuck are you? And Rana's like, I can barely recall, but I remember an expedition. It's like, memories are irrelevant to the problem at hand. You have an and a zap as Zin gets electrocuted by the rope. It's like the defiled harvest our bodies day after day as if we are fruit from a garden. We must destroy them before they destroy us. Perhaps you have the weapon we need. And Zin's like, you said there would be no harm. This guy said there would be no dismemberment, but a little harm in the hopes that our people might be saved. As you shink, 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 they just cross like a bunch of hooks into him. So we must sever the energetic artifact. Your passengers... Oh, we must sever the energetic artifact your passenger bears and see if we can bend it to our needs. Jeff, as a Liker's trying to reach for it and his arm gets cut off. Micah bit his arm. It's like, you're kind. It's like, tastes better than I expected. It's like, behave, Moriko's daughter. And Rana just pulls a knife on Kippa. So the child can survive without her eyes and ears. Or you can remain perfectly still, and I will not blind and deafen her. Kippa's like, Miss? And Micah's like, sure. But tell me who the fuck you are. And Kippa's like, what's happening? Don't hurt her. Oh, fuck off, bro. Fuck off. And Rana just calls it close like, I was called Gull. And Micah's like, Gull? Oh, fuck, you traded bodies. The night my mother died, in the tomb, when I put on the mask. Which means the breach was... Oh, fucking hell, bro. And you see them just like taking like this heated knife and like cutting off pieces of Micah's flesh from like where the mask is on her face. He's like, the breach was my fault. And you see a giant boom. And you have Goddess! And you see Zin's hand like reaching out to grab Kippa. It's like, fine. If there's a mask fragment here, we'll find it. He's like, or it'll find you, miss. It's like, remember, you're my enemy. I don't care if you all die. And the revered's like, if we die, all that will be left are the defiled. It's like, and why does that matter? Zin's like, we will give aid any way that we can. It's like, I don't understand you. They're your enemies too. It's like, but that doesn't mean Mr. Monster doesn't love them, miss. Sometimes we love the things that bite us. And you see elsewhere with, I told you, I don't know how I got here. I'm not even sure this is real. Maybe I've lost my mind. It's possible I wasn't even in my own mind when this happened. Yeah, yeah. One of the cats just give him like a spike with like this little weird thing with like his two claws, like eyes poked on, and goes, "Here, he's better than Rat. Though I'd kill for an all old world trout." And you see a little warrior, priestess, whoever it was, going, "You walked between worlds. Whether you walked with your body or your mind, it doesn't matter. You're on Golga now, a former cat prison colony before it became a prison for the old gods. We need to understand how you did it so we can all leave the way you came. The old gods will be asking the same questions of your strange companions. Yeah, we best beat them to it. It'll be tough. It's clear this one slipped through by accident, like those others who came through years ago. Jeff, yes, he's not a world walker. He smells more like the dead than the stars." He's like, "World walker?" It's like, "Necromancer then. That could still be useful." Jeff, I am the priestess. I am the priestess redeemer. First blood of Ubasti's star temple. I was tasked with leading the war effort to imprison the old gods. It's like, though we ended up trapped here with them. That's the thing about a world's gate. Someone's got to hold it open. It's like, Sourtooth, you had your choice to stay behind. It's like, but the world walkers. It's like, nah, you're pack. Still a pack. No one gets stranded alone. That's the world walker's code. It's like, besides, this isn't the worst I've ever... He's like, how long have you been here? And the priestess is like, longer than we think, apparently. But time is never what it seems. It's like, yeah, so calm down, Necromancer. You're with friends. I'm Cal, that's Axa, and behind you, Shoro. It's like, you still haven't told us your name. It's like, Ren. It's like, well, Ren, are you a true servant of Ubasti? Because this will be less terrifying if you are. As he just like, as Shoro just puts his hands on his face. It's like, what? I thought you were going to hurt me. I thought you weren't going to hurt me. The priest is like, we're not. But the artifacts of our goddess can see into your mind faster than we can. And Ubasti has sharp claws. You have missed. No matter how you feel, helping is the right choice. It's like, I should have left you Zin eat you back in Zamora. That would have been the best choice of all. And the revered is like, Zin is still too powerful and unpredictable. Liker's like, we should kill them. It's like, perhaps. It's like, now shut up, I'm thinking. It's like, you don't have time to think. We have to find that mask piece. It's like, Master Ren and your little self are all alone out there. We have to find them too. It's like, fuck them. I hope they're dead. It's like, Miss, don't be hateful. It's like, why not? It's like, because you can't hate yourself. It's like, of course I can. I hate you too. You're a useless fox who thinks the world runs on kindness. It's like, you're being stupid, miss, on purpose. It's like, maybe it's because you're nothing but a floating head. You see a big Kippa just throws a rock at her. Like, Mr. Monster, you know she's wrong. Her little self has to be protected. And Zin's like, the fox speaks the truth. It's like, the fox can keep her mouth shut, and I could just headbutts her. It's like, ow! So her opinions aren't welcome. And Kippa's like, aren't you in charge now? Or have you forgotten what that feels like? As Zin just grabs Micah's head and holds it. It's like, perhaps I needed a reminder. It's come surrounded again by idiots. Useless fucking idiots. It's like, is there not... And then, sorry, Zin goes, is there not enough suffering? The fox gives you a rare gift. The rarest across all the universes. And you throw it away. You disparage it. So then you take that gift if you treasure it so much. You with your hunger who forced me to kill. You who mocked all feelings. How dare you be sentimental now? Where's the Zin who didn't care about anyone or anything but their own survival? Where are they? And Zin's like, you question my judgment in this place, as you should. All these years, I lived in horror of my own choices. The guilt, the fear, beyond all reckoning. You, of all, understand. You devoured your mother. So you punish yourself and everyone around you. You make us suffer for your guilt. We are the same. I have murdered, made others pay for my regret. And look where it led. Now, the judgment has come, and I must choose again. I am responsible for trapping my kind. If they perish, that is my fault. And he's like, and didn't you think they die when you imprison them here, or just go insane? He's like, yes. At the time, I did not care. I was too angry. And Michael's like, fuck! Say we help them. That puts my world in danger. You know it. We're trying to stop that. It's like, better the fallen houses than the defiled. It's like, they're all the same to me. It's like, no. Even in hell, there are no absolutes. It's like, child, what are the limits of vengeance? It's like, what are the limits of pity, Zin? It's like, it is the blessing and curse of all worlds, that pity and vengeance have no end. But you know this well, do you not? Fine, but if I think there's any chance these old gods are coming off this world, I'll destroy it all, somehow. He's like, I'm going to ignore your lack of a response. I want to try something. I've been feeling a pull ever since we arrived. Maybe it's the mask fragment. If I can tap into... Oh, what the fuck, bro? And you see little baby Michael like dressed up in this armor with like the symbols of the defiled behind her. As like these like assume the monster like reaching out to her, like things are just burning all around her. It's a sick ass panel. I really wish I could show it off, but and Michael just wakes with a it's like, Miss, this guy, I've never felt that from you. And Micah's like, this could be a problem. I have chapter 46. You know what? I think there's only 2 more left, so we'll just power through it. But you have the priestess going, I don't like it. No interrogation ever takes this long. Redeemer should have already stripped the answers from the necromancer's mind. It's like, unless he's not just a necromancer. It's like, he's no world walker, I know that much. So then how do we get here? He's like, Aksa is right. This cat's mind is too strongly shielded. Almost as if someone else is hiding his thoughts. You see Ren just flailing with like, oh, Basti, have mercy! I don't know how I got here. I don't know why I'm on this world. Let me out. Let me... He's like, out? And you see his eyes like glowing green as like a green slit appears. He's like, hello? Can you hear me? And you see him just like trying to reach through as he sees the Wolf Ancient and the Lord Doctor. What the fuck, bro? He was just trying to like rip through the little fabric, and he sees the Kippa's like hooked up to a machine. He's like, someone, I'm here! Help! Help! And you have a Herc? And it's like an admirable display of raw talent, Ren, but you're not leaving this world just yet. I couldn't have brought Zin to Golga without you as a bridge, and you are how they'll all escape. Thank you, Basti, that old tentacled grump still can't sorts with cats. It's like, shut up, whoever you are, I'm sick of this! Go fuck yourself! And you see Adara Farclaw just standing there silent staring at him goes, you're right, we don't have time for pleasantries. Listen to me. The mind is energy, and energy crosses boundaries where flesh cannot. You, the fox, the blood child, you all journeyed here through Zin's mind, and you are still connected to that mind. Remember that. I said, no, stop talking. You're just a stupid statue of a dead cat. It's like, focus! You have tasks here, otherwise this effort is wasted. It's like, no, I'm done serving the mysteries. I'm done serving anyone but my... It's like, Ren, a fragment of the Shaman Empress's mask is on this world. It must be retrieved no matter what. Zin and the Blood Child will not be able to do this on their own. And if you don't act, you will all die, including the fox. And Ren's just like shocked and like sweating bullets with this. As he goes, I know who you resemble, but who are you really? And she's like, I'm just a friend. Zin's friend. Zin doesn't remember me yet, but long ago they saved my life, and the lives of an entire race. They saved us when there was no need for them to do so, and that is a debt I will repay, across time, space, and death. It's like, Adara, you've been under too long. It's not safe. I'm waking you up. It's like, Adara, you're not just a statue of her? It's like, one more thing, Ren. It's like, when you leave, you have to take those stranded cats with you. It's like, leave! I don't know how to do that! It's like, yes, you do. Zin is the anchor, you're the door. It's always been that way for world walkers. It takes at least 2. It's like, but I'm not a... It's like, world walker! And he wakes up with a gasp and like, Redeemer! He's like, what did you do to her, Necromancer? And he's like, was that real? It's like, his scent has changed and my tails are burning. It's like, you all feel it, don't you? We were close to going home. Just for a moment. It's like, tell us how you did it, Necromancer. He's like, no. I have to help my friends first. Then I'll do my best to take us home if I can. It's like, we're not just letting you walk out of here. Not when you're our best chance to. It's like, one of them is the anchor. That means something to you, doesn't it? The cats are all like, what do you need? You have, allow me to show you something. No one comes here. Even I stopped. It no longer seemed wise to remind myself of the world left behind. And they see like a little projection of the Shaman Empress. He's like, how? It's like, I do not know, except that it is a fragment of the Shaman Empress's tomb. As if an imprint of it was carried over with us when the event occurred. And Zin's like, beloved. It's like, if you say so. And Rana's like, she is the reason I'm here. And so I curse her birth. And your mother for helping us find her tomb. And, fucking Christ. And you see the little baby that was chomping on Rana earlier. Kip was like, hello. He's like, you have an interesting child. It's like, this is no child. They were also oh, fucking Christ. Is that? No, I can't think of B. They were also taken from your world during the exchange. Another powerful Kamea. He's like, tasty. He's like, we mutated the forms of the old gods when we entered their bodies. That is the only reason they left us live. We are curiosities. It's like, more than that. He's like, yes, perhaps another way for them to escape the prison one day. It's like, assuming those lost sister brothers still thrive in their mortal forms. It's like, I wonder if my body still lives. It's like, what happened to the others who were trapped here? It was more than just the two of you. It's like, they killed themselves. They could not abide these forms. It's like, we are more patient. We will be saved. Our faith in Miriam is unshaken. It's like, your faith perhaps. I had none to begin with. And you have a defiled hunting party approaches our agronomists. Our defiled hunting party approaches. Our agronomists have already withdrawn behind the walls. The smith is with them. It's like, Rana, go down with the warriors. And you, Zin, prepare to make yourself useful. If necessary, you owe us that much. And Micah's like, no words from me. It's like, you have the scent of betrayal around you, passenger. Zin's or your own I cannot say, but I do not trust you. It's like, Zin, that vision of my other self, and wearing the mask fragment. It's like, do not speak of it here. It's like, but I should. But, but I share your concern. It's like, it is good that the smith comes. Even if death follows, I must see them. I must understand what has happened. It's like, why? They would betray the fallen houses for the defiled. It's like, what's the deal between the defiled and the rest of you? You look the same to me. It's like, the defiled were the third generation that the Servac created, using our life force, a lesser form of warrior. The Servac were not as careful with them. They spent fewer resources crafting their bodies because their purpose was not to live, only to distract and die. It's like cannon fodder. It's like, yes. So when they died, their minds were placed in new bodies over and over again. It's like, that would have driven someone crazy. It's like, worse. Their forms were not as enduring as those given to the fallen houses. They began to decay, to rot, once the hunger set in, and there was a great deal of hunger during our final exodus. And Kip was like, that's all terrible, Mr. Monster. Maybe your smith felt sorry for the defiled. Maybe you should too. And Lycra's like, fuck. No, it starts with an N. I can't remember what it was. It's like, you know we're loyal to you and appreciative for all that you have done for us. But Zin's arrival changes things. They are a power, and my soldiers tell me they have changed into something strange. Is it again lore? Does the defiled no longer wish to harvest? Is it, I am their spearhead. In the war I died more than any of the defiled, for I made sure to go first into battle, to be their shield. But if we die here, it is forever, and that weighs on us. And the smith is like, you have been harrowing the fallen houses for some time now, without expressing such concerns, and you have no problem killing them. Their deaths are just as permanent. He's like, I do not care about the fallen houses. My duty is to the defiled. Zin will kill more of us, Smith, many more. Zin turned back the enemy when no one else could. Zin freed us all from the Servac. Zin held us all together inside the Oblivion when so many lost their sanity. Zin killed Hajin. Zin almost murdered you. It's like, are you afraid or in awe? It's like, this energetic is why you need not trouble yourself over Zin. Tell me, little ghost, what is the Ruiner Proxy's great weakness? And baby Micah's like, me. It's like, have faith a little longer. Have faith a little longer, Lore. The remaining battles are few. We are leaving this prison. And when we do, you shall batten on worlds, or that's supposed to be batten or fatten. Batten on worlds and grow stronger than you have ever been. And Jeff, careful, Smith. That is a vow you do not want to break with us. Excuse me. Yeah, if they could be more grateful without me, they would have died long ago. And baby Micah's like, do you help them because you want their gratitude? It's like, does your mouth hold a blade or a tongue? I do not know. Come, little ghost, let me distract you. Look upon those rulers of the fallen houses, granted the greatest powers to kill, and see yourself. They are your family, your blood sings with them. I cannot unhear the song that radiates from you, and though the fallen houses would disagree most vehemently, I am your family too. And so are they, those they call the defiled. We used to be one race made of nothing but light. And baby Micah's like, I know this. So then you know that flesh is poison. Flesh makes us forget our unity. We forget that we all come from the same place, and none are beneath and none are above. We forget that those who forced us into these bodies only wanted our obedience, and so they divided us. He seems like wrecking apart the giant statues. And he's like, but doesn't fighting divide you more? He's like, oh yes, but forgiveness is the other thing that is so easily forgotten. Is that not correct, Zin? Jav, indeed, to lasting ruin. It's like, fuck, look at her. It's like, yes, this is wonderful. They came to us. This makes everything easier. And Kip was like, little sister, fight back. We're here. We love you. And Micah's like, stop lying. He's like, shut up. You're the liar. You're just afraid. You're a coward, Micah, half-wolf. And Zin's like, we must confront the smith immediately. And you see the smith taking off its mask, putting on a baby Micah, going, perhaps you would like to try this on, little ghost. I am ever so curious to see what will happen. And he's like, I can feel her mind. She's so afraid, so angry. Or is that me? You see her shook, and aye! As baby Micah like got the tentacles springing out, she starts devouring some of the other monstrum. It's like, now I understand. I was a child playing with a weapon meant for another god. It's like, I cannot move. Who am I? He's like, no, I cannot lose myself. And Rana's like, power does not touch me. His throat's running dry talking so long. And Zin's like, child, the power seizes the minds of both fallen and defiled. I did not know the mask had such power over my kind. He's like, didn't you? I thought the beloved shared everything with you. He's like, come here, you little shit. And the baby Micah's like, why? It's like, because I say so. Because you're mine. He's like, I'm not yours. You don't even want me. You hate me. You'll hurt me. But if I live, maybe we can start over. And you see her like using the tentacles to break through the little energy shield around Micah and Zin. Like, she's breaking through. I can feel her mind on mine. It's like, no, stay out of my mind. It's like, shouldn't we have another chance? You want me to live, don't you, Zin? You'll protect me against her, won't you, Zin? I know you care. Micah's like, stop your whining. You have no power over... And you see, like, darkness just like, encroaching on her. You have a mother's sins lives on and on, do they not? It's like, they don't have to. And you see on one side the Shaman Empress, and you see on the other side Moriko with I was blind. It's like, so was I. It's like, but I would not change a thing. It's like, neither would I. Survival outweighs even love. It is the greatest gift a mother can give her daughter. In times of war, you see Micah with the chart waking up going, What just happened? And you have the engineers report that the road is untangling. Jaggerath's technology still works, but we should delay launching this ship. Like, Zin is different. You see Zin like hooked up to all these tubes and things floating in like a little tank as Miriam and the Empress are watching him. It's like, perhaps it is the passenger, the biological change. Perhaps it is the passenger, the biological changes that had to be made. It's like, there's nothing to be concerned about. It's like, I disagree. If Zin's focus slips and they take us to the wrong coordinates, it's like, are the threads secure? Indeed, against all odds. Zin's kind have no centralized cerebral matter. That was by our design, to make them more resilient weapons. I wonder if that robot's supposed to be one of the Suravak. It's like they are wholly unlike the Jaggerath, and yet the navigator threads connect seamlessly to Zin's form, but not the rest of us. A curiosity I do not like. The Empress is like, leave us. I'll finish the calibration and join you. And he goes, beloved. And it's like, I'm here, warrior. She goes into the little tank with them. It's like, such a journey we have been on, you and I. It's like, perhaps the sacrifice has been for nothing. It's like, no, we have finally found the answer to saving ourselves. It's like, you will spare the others. You have promised me that. It's like, I will keep my word, Sin. I will not harm our other children. They will be free. There is no harm in that. They do not have your power. But this one is special. What the fuck, bro? And you see, like, in like the fucking like Zin's like almost like womb chest thing. You see what I assume to be a baby Micah, because she's got like the eye symbol drawn on there. You know, Micah's just staring in horror, like, what the fuck, bro? All right, so you have Nimron Blacklaw again with like an underwater place. You have, listen, kids. So much of history remains buried, both literally and figuratively. If a scholar wants even a close approximation of the truth, they must take up a spade and dig for it themselves, no matter the risks involved. To quote the poets, to speak to the past requires courage. Isn't that right, dear Tam Tam? Indeed, Nimron, especially in Ogoloth. As we've said, we had journeyed to the Forbidden Ruin in search of anything that might shed light on the mystery of that abandoned place and its former inhabitants, the Jaggerath. And we knew based on our research that the answers we sought would not be found on land. You cannot imagine the wonders held within the sea. Vast tracts of Ogoloth frozen in shadow glimpsed beneath coral and forests of kelp. The great works of the Jaggerath submerged and buried in sand. We found no starships, but we do discover artifacts and abandoned remnants of technologies that defy explanation and have not rusted or aged even after thousands of years. Alas, they are too large to be recovered, nor would our friends who led us there have allowed it. There have been a pact, they told us, between the denizens of the Wave Court and those warrior starfarers, the Jaggerath. What was left in the sea should remain there until their return. Their return. An ominous prognostication, when we do not even know why they left, or if they left at all. As we have taught you, this world is large and mostly undeveloped, unexplored. Furthermore, it might be easy for a Jaggerath to masquerade as an arcanic of the feline variety. Who in this day and age could tell the difference? Which, of course, raises so many other questions. We get to chapter 47. And you have Ubasti, the city's a miracle. There's nothing like this back home. It's like, you jest. What about Ubadin, Yugotha, Tarsha, the great subterranean metropolises of the 3 continents? You must know of them, Ren. Cats have always built underground, just in case. It's like, no one has ever said so to me. And there's only 1 continent, not 3. It's like, Redeemer, this one is rather dull-witted. It's got more concern that he is not. Zamora, Ogoloth, Pontus, are these familiar names? It's like, yes. Good. You come from our world and not another. Though time can render any place unrecognizable, it seems. It's like, how long do you think you've been here? It's like, 200 years? It's like, I see. You don't look that old. The world walkers have ways of staying youthful. So these other cats, why would they be trapped with the old gods? That should have been a death sentence. So we told you, Golga was a prison planet for cats. Undesirables were shipped here. Not many cared what happened to them after. So Golga was a colony before it was a prison. That's why the city exists. Cats built the temples that the old gods occupy. They cleared the land that the old gods farm. They bred the small prey the old gods eat. And when the old gods arrived, cats retreated so they wouldn't be food. It's like, how can we get everyone home? It's like, bah, you're assuming they want to leave. This is home. Not for us, maybe, but cats do fine here. The old gods fight each other in diminishing numbers, and cats wait for their turn. We are eternally patient. Ren's like, well, I'm not. You said you'd lead me out of here if I have to help the ones you said you'd lead me out of here. I have to help the ones I arrived with. So which means we need to fight. So Basti, what is this? So you've never seen an engine room? Either? Egads, you are a bumpkin. City doesn't run on candles and dreams, necromancer. So be gentle, Khal. How often have we been the ones ogling at marvels? It's like, no one's had use for these in quite some time. Do you know how to shoot, Ren? He's like, I bet my tails he doesn't. It's like, you'd be right. But I can learn. I see them getting all armored up. It's like, Basti, save us. What weapon is that human child using? It's like, she's no human. And that thing on her face shouldn't be here. It's like, is it killing the old gods? If it is, it's like, no, something else is happening. Look at her. Look at them. The child is controlling them all. And you have Redeemer on your right. What do you see? And you see a gasp as they see Mycans and also just staring up at her. It's like, Sin? What? You're joking. They died. They were torn to pieces opening the world gate. No, it's them. Sin is here. And a human is attached to them. And Ren's like, how do you know? Alright. So it's running dry again. It's like, you did not tell us this. He's like, you said you've seen my companions. It's like the strange folk, the human child. It's like, Zin must be the anchor. But who's the other they're linked to? And the Redeemer is like, damn it, Ubasti, you try my patience. And it's like, let go. He's like, save your power, Ren. There are no ghosts there for a necromancer to use. It's like, there's a movement, Redeemer. Not everyone's been affected. And you see Kippa just like running through the formation. And Ren's like, Kippa! It's like, I wasn't talking about the fox. Your other little friend is about to get stabbed. And you see Rana running up behind with the spear trying to aim for baby Micah. It's like, but Rana helped us before. It's like, you want to stake that human's life on it? And it's like, I told you she's not human! It's Ren just like running off with, Ren! It's like, perhaps I should not have prayed so hard for deliverance from Golga. It's like, remember what the poets say, priestess. Chaos is the way. I love the poets. You see it shoot as they all shoot at Rana. It's like, Khal, Aksa, help Ren. Shora, we're going to Zin. And Ren's like, Ubasti, save this fool. And you see Kippa going, Ren! It's like, go help Micah. And you see this Rana's trying to throw a spear towards baby Micah. Yeah, for all the years you hunted me. And then you see one of the monsters stepping in to take the blow. So, so she wasn't trying to kill the little ones. Like, no! Oh, sorry. She takes out the smith first with the spear to the chest. And then she goes after baby Michael with, and now it's your turn. Ren's like, I won't let you hurt her. So the child is too dangerous to live. I could not remember that old life before, but now I understand who she is. Who she was part of. If I kill her, maybe the half-wolf dies. Better for all of us. And you see poor Ren just kind of like scratch at her with the claws. Kippa's like, now's our best chance. It's like, Miss, wake up. Come on, you're too angry, too mean to be controlled. Snap out of... It's like, what? And you see this energy like emanating from Kippa as her eyes start glowing orange. And then you see that light. Does it mean we're all connected? And you see like this little like almost triangle, like Ren at the top, baby Micah on one end, Zin at the other with Kippa in the middle. And you see like this orange energy like radiating between all of them. It's like, but if that's the case, then I can reach her. It's like, Micah, little sister. And she grabs like the little orange threads of fate. It's like, listen to my voice. Feel my voice. I'm here with you. It's like, Kip. It's like, little sister, are you okay? Can you hear me? It's like, you seem very far away. It's like, maybe the cloud has something to do with reach for my... and you see like this like black like cloud of gas like around baby Micah. And as she reaches for you, see Kippo's arm just withering. It's like, no! It's like, please don't die. Please don't. It's like, I'm not gonna die. You didn't hurt me at all. And you see how like her arm's all better. Like, see? All better. We're just in our minds. Oh, God, man. It's like, doesn't matter. I'll kill you. See baby Micah like, covering her ears and like crouching. It's like, no, little sister, don't do that. Don't be afraid. It's fine. I'm here. It's like, you're not alone. If I can just push through, touch you. And you see Goddess. It's like, why did you do that? And you see Kippo's just been like aged and withered by going through the little bubble to get to Micah. He's like, I wanted you to know you can't hurt me. That there's nothing left that will ever stop me from being your friend. We're sisters. I love you. It's like, why do you always forget that? It's like, why? When it's the most important thing you have to remember. God damn it, man. It's literally going to make me cry. It's like, don't stop reminding me, Kippa. It's like, just like hugs her. It's like, I won't. It's like, but she does not belong to your love. And you hear, aye! As baby Micah gets pulled back. It's only my love is allowed to devour. You have Miss! It's like, our child. Beloved, you promise no harm. It's like, it is Zin. It's like, mostly, their scent has changed. They have been altered. It's like, clearly, if we return home, Shoro, I fear the world we are to find. And he's like, I do not wish to break you, cat. Stop fighting. You can't defeat me. He's like, shouldn't we help the necromancer? He's our way out. It's like, nah, he's distracting her. Let's not waste the opportunity. And if we take that thing off the human, will the old gods wake up? It's like, dunno, so let's not remove it. We'll carry the kid out. And as they try to reach for it, you see the arm withering with, It's like, Basti, she's one of them. It's like, now I have an excuse to kill her. He takes the gun and just smacks baby Micah. And it drops her to the ground and the mask falls off. And you have and a bastard! As the little, whichever one, the baby little monster grabs the mask and runs off. He's like, ugh, so that was not a terrible dream. And you see Rana going, may your death be everlasting, half-wolf. And as Rana's trying to spear her again, the smith interferes, not her. She is, our future. And you see, Ubasti, as Rana finally flings Ren off of her. And Zin just reaches out tentacle and grabs her. And goes, I'll kill my own self, bitch, when I'm good and ready. Yeah, the harms you and your mother have caused, Half-Wolf. I can forgive you for what happened to me, truly. But no one should suffer because of your power. And you see the smith going, how special you are. I did not know you would draw upon the artifact like that. And baby Micah's like, I'm sorry. It's like, no, little ghost, you have done well. And she's pulling a spear out of herself. And it's like, Zin, it's like, old friend. It's like, not anymore. It's like, we shall see. It's like, you're not helping the smith, are you? It's like, come on, little sister. It's like, the other child. Now that I see what you brought into existence, I understand why you betrayed us, even if I do not pardon you. Such a miracle would not have been possible had you not driven us away. It's like, where's the mask fragment? It was here. It's like, my poor friends. It's like, hurry, the old gods are waking. It's like, mission failure? It's like, shut up, Cal. It's like, Ren, that weapon on the child's face. Gone, taken. It's like, half-wolf! It's like, not now, cat. Oh, God. And you see back the little purple energy beam where the breach was. Yeah, if you risk death, you do not have the half-wolf's blood. And Rana's like, but I am not human anymore either. There will never be a better chance, Destria. As Destria is not, isn't she the Mother Superior? It's like, this brought us here. Maybe you can take us home. And not doing the day in the field stuff. We have chapter 48. And you have, I want you to know the histories are wrong. Histories are like memories. Important details get left out. The parts that people think don't matter, but that actually matter most of all. Miss Micah says it always happens. Even the goddess Nubasti can't keep track of every moment. So why should I expect more from the rest of us? But I do expect more, even if that's stupid. I really wish with all my heart that I could capture everything that led to where we are now. It wasn't all bad, you know. We couldn't have survived otherwise. Those are the moments I wish people would remember. That it was just how much we cared about each other that got us here, and not just the killing. But Miss Micah says that the killing is more exciting history. At least for those who never had to do it. And you see a bunch of the monsters trying to like grab Kippa and Zin and the others with, the energetic controlled us just as the Servac used to. That should not be possible. It's like, hurry, destroy the abomination. We cannot give it a chance to possess us again. It's like, it is not what you think. We mean no harm. It's like, Captain Lore, protect them. No one can harm this ghost. No, Smith, you promised it was an ally, but it took our minds. For once we agree with the fallen houses. That creature is too dangerous to live. It's like, Kippa, stay close. It's like, little sister, get ready to run. It's like, I caused this. It's like, like her, that was it. Like her power had a familiar song of Zin. It's like, remind me why we're here? It's like, to return home. It's like, maybe home is overrated. It's like, we have to break free. And you have a let go and a zash, as they're grabbing Kippa and like slashing at the cats. And Micah's like, give me the fox or I'll tear you limb from limb. It's like, miss. It's like, take them, just leave them alone. Or sorry, baby Micah's like, take me, just leave them alone. And Smith's like, no, come back. It's like, you cannot run from me. It's like, if killing me will save you all. It's like, no, we are part of each other. It's like, they're crushing me. And you see Micah just like chomping on the hands. It's like, Zin there. And the Redeemer's like, you have betrayed us again, Zin. Was this another weapon you thought to test on us? Have you and the Smith joined forces? We will finally end you as we should have the moment you arrived here. And Kippa's like, hold on. It's like, God has severed me from Zin. So go piece you back together. It's like, child, we are undone. It's like, no shit. It's like, stop, you cannot kill Zin. Their betrayals are endless, but he's like, Urk. And you see the spider one grabbing the Smith with, come, the fallen houses win today. We will cede and retreat. It's like, no, Lore. It's like, we must find the artifact while they're distracted. It's like, you do not understand. Zin can bear offspring. It's like, what? That is why you heard Zin's song when the energetic held you? She is a child of their flesh. It's like, impossible. It's like, not if Zin submitted themselves again to the Servac. And you have Zin going, hide beneath. Will try shelter. It's like, did you, Zin? Did you go back to those terrors after all they did to us? If that thing is what Zin beget, I would rather we perish as a race. We have lost enough of ourselves. I will not descend even deeper into flesh by producing some life form that is less than us. And you see them shunk as they're all spearing Zin. It's like, child, I am too weak to fight without you. It's like, come on, miss, reattach, just meld. It's like, tell me how to world walk, show me what to do. It's like, if you are the bridge and Zin is the anchor, you must already be connected on a fundamental level. Find the connection. Baby Micah's like, I don't want Zin to die. Please, goddess, please forgive me. I'll do anything. This is all my fault. And then it's like, Micah's like, no. It's like, miss? It's like, no. No. It's not your fault. Not like that. I'm not letting us die here. I'm not letting us die. And Zin's like, child. And you see a ka-choom. And I sense doom. And how? And crackle, as you see like the purple energy just going everywhere. It's like, do the runners awaken? It is too soon. But do you not smell the air? That scent. There's a breach in the boundary. The light from the other world. And Zin's like, we are in more danger now. And you see like more of like the translucent armor like forming up on Micah's body. It's like, miss? It's like I'm sorry. And baby Micah's like, the mask! I can feel it! She's using the... excuse me. It's like, let's run. It's like, Zin, how? It's like, can Rana open the prison? It's like, I cannot say. part of hers on our world. It's like, Ren, bonds between anchors and bridges don't happen accidentally. What connects you and Zin? It's like, nothing. It's like, we're so fucked. And you see Gull just screaming, or Rana just screaming. And she goes, Miriam calls us. I can smell home. And in the other world you have, who is that? Who dares? It's like, my body, it lives. It's like, whoever it is, they will die if they try to take our minds. And you have Smith. Is it possible? Does a breach form? It's like, not soon enough to save us. The runners are being called from their dreaming. We must hurry then. Zin's like, yes, we must. He goes flying in with a no! My body, my old self. And is like, can the mask get us home? It's like, I do not know, but more than echoes of that world remain. There is an opening, unseen but within reach. It's like, we were so close. It's like, give it back. Also, it went racketing into Rana and knocked her out of the thing. It's like, Master Ren, you okay back there? It's like, no, I need help, and all these idiot cats can do is talk to me about connecting and connections and anchors and bridges. I need instructions, you fuckers. It's like, that's not how we teach you. It's like, but there's a light coming from you right here. And Kifua just goes like, whoop, pokes him. And you see his like energy like radiating on him as he screams. And the Lord's like, is it true, Zin? Is it that energetic, your child? Did you find a way? He's like, yes. I am many in small unseen places. It's like, then share your evolution with the defiled. Have mercy. This is a nightmare of suffering and war because we are afraid to die. Show us how to leave something of ourselves that goes on. And Micah's like, you're insane. They're enemies. You said the defiled couldn't be allowed. It's like, they'll eat our world. That's what the Smith promised them. And the Smith is like, little ghost, we must all eat, and I was kind to you, yes? Zin, we have always been nimble in matters of survival, have we not? We can make oaths just like the others who stayed behind with you. It's like, no. Adora said, we are energy. Tens of thousands of cats died to save our world from your appetites. The prison is your death sentence, old ones. You see the cats just firing at them. And Ren's like, oh, Basti. It's like, Ren, I feel strange, like I'm being pulled apart. And you see as Micah puts on the match, he goes, fuck this. I'll murder you all before letting you on my... And you see Ren just letting out his screams. You have, I made my own oaths and sacrifices, as did others. I cannot undo them. Farewell, Smith. We shall battle again and compose songs for our survival. There's a giant boom as they get sent back. And you have the lore going, once more, Zin did not choose us. And the Smith is like, perhaps it does not matter. Zin left something behind. And you see as the Smith is messing around with some of the purple energies, like chanting something. It's like, no, wait, not all the defiled are here. You see that they also got zapped through. And Liker's like, where? It's like, we were too late. Taste the air, Liker. They are gone. And you see like a little page of dark, and you see like Micah floating with her little small child self. It's like, hello, Zin? Is anyone there? It's like, ah! It's like, she's the perfect union of endless potential. It's like, but whose potential? Who will emerge victorious? You or her? Oh, fuck. Are they going to be fucking twins? Or is it just the same one? You see like Zin like having like chest ripped apart as both Moriko and the Shaman Empress are cradling children. He's like, mother? It's like, no, don't look. It's like, what happened? Are we lost? Where are the others? It's like, I don't know. It's just you and me. It's like, I'm sorry there's just you and me. I'm sorry you're stuck with me. And he's like, I'm not. It's like, you're lying. You hate me. It's like, sometimes. But you... fucking Christ. It's trying to make me tear up. It's like, but you don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. It's like, I killed her. I should be punished. It's like, no. It was an accident. We didn't know our strength. But she did. Our mother... it's all she asked for. Power, our power. She made us for our power. Maybe she loved us later, but the power came first before the love. And power chomped that fucking bitch in the face. And you see both of them just crying as they're like hugging each other. And you see Kippa just kind of like standing and staring. Jeff, oh no! As fucking Christ. Oh shit. As soon as Kippa's like face like widening, as soon as she has like a premonition, as she imagines now Micah sitting on the throne with like the sword in her lap, going, "You were right, Kippa. Peace is worth fighting for." And you see how she wakes up with a start. You see her in like the little machine that she was stuck in. As the breathing mask gets ripped off with the gas, you're like, "Kippa, calm down. You're safe for now." It's like, "Miss, are we home?" He's like, "I don't know yet." Oh, fucking hell. So they both are just looking completely emaciated. Like just absolute skin and bones. So, but if we are, there have been some changes. And you see, because like Kippa's like, "I've bloomed a second tail. And my other one is healed. But that means, how long have we been asleep?" It's like, "Long enough to almost starve. We should be dead." It's like, "Goddess!" It's like, "Someone took care of us, moved us." Like, "Master Ren!" It's like, "And we're not on land." It's like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "You'll see." It's like, Zin, wake up. I need you." It's like, "The fuck?" It's like, "Child." And you see they're in some kind of underwater thing. You see like mermaids swimming by. He's like, "Ah!" It's like, "Zin." It's like, "We are lost." It's like, "Zin." It's like, "Danger." What the fuck, bro? And you see in like these little airships you have, "Ah, my daughter has awakened. So it begins." Oh, what the fuck, bro? And you see Dr. Wolf like sitting in a chair with Zin, I assume like either tethered or tied back to him again. Oh, fucking what the hell, bro. Alright, so that video ended up running a little bit longer than it would like. I probably should have split it into two, but I think this works out better anyway. So get quick thoughts on this. Not a lot to say on this chapter because this was very much a lot of just like exposition, world building and stuff. As we finally visit the Monstress prison, kind of get more hints of like what happened and everything like that. So it was just kind of like a lot of information stuff thrown at us. But yeah, we kind of get like more to the root of like Micah's like self-hatred. And the very beginning was very much kind of like an apt metaphor for what depression does to you, like how it eats away at you. Like, you know, and how it kind of just like wastes you away. So that definitely hit very, very close to home for me, just with my own struggles with it. But yeah, I don't know, just like, because I finished playing God of War Ragnarok on the Valhalla DLC recently, so minor spoilers for that. But you get kind of like a similar kind of like ending or understanding at the end of that, where Kratos is like, you know, has also the same kind of self-loathing, but he kind of comes to the acceptance of like, you know, there are parts of me that I hate, but there are also parts of me that I did not appreciate. You know, and I am more than, you know, like I am the sum of my parts, and I'm more than, you know, just the aspects of me that people see. So seeing Micah kind of go through the same kind of phase of self-acceptance, where it's like, yeah, you know, I hate myself sometimes for the things I've had to do and the things I've done to survive, but I'm also being, you know, too hard on myself because I did manage to survive, and there are, you know, things about me to love and cherish. So I really, really did appreciate that aspect of it. So yeah, I really, really loved those moments of it. Solid volume. Really loved getting kind of like more of the Monstrum designs and everything. Solid artwork. So really looking forward to where the next volume is going to go from here with the Wildest. So like I mentioned at the beginning, Shonen Jump and some read-throughs will be out today. If you enjoy any of those, like I mentioned, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it really does mean a lot to me. And until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.